بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب زدني علما.
So the next thing we'll talk about advertising the default routes. Advertising the default routes is something relevant to default routing. Like in the basic routing, I expect you to know that concept of default routing, the static default route concepts. Now, basically, the static default route is an option. Like generally, if you take an example, these are my three networks, and you're running 192.168.1.network, 2.network, and 3.network. And if you want to communicate between these networks, we can run some kind of OSPF or EIGRP or static routing to communicate between them. So that's the concept of routing protocols. But let's say you also connect to the service provider and you want to route any traffic going to internet. Like let's say when the user 192.168.1.1 sitting here want to access some Yahoo server, maybe let's say the IP address of the Yahoo server is let's say 202.111. So normally what happens is the packet goes to the router because of the different networks, and the router is going to check the routing table, and in the routing table, if there is no entry, the router simply it is going to drop the packet, right? So if you don't want to drop the packet, what we'll do is we'll go and say configure the default route. We simply go and say IP route 00000000 means whatever be the destination, whatever be the subnet mask, send it to the ISP, that is let's say 2.2.2.2. So this is a concept of default routing. So just a quick review. With the help of default routing, we can ensure that any traffic destined to any unknown network means the router receives any packet which is unknown. Unknown means which is not present in the routing table. Then instead of dropping, it is going to say, okay, my admin says don't drop it, simply use this route. Use this default route. We can say the next hop or exit interface, it depends. So again, the routers can be, now these default routes, again, we can configure statically. That's what we did just now. But now the question is, what about the other sites? So I want these other sites also should be able to access the internet routes. And that's where we are going to see in this section how we can advertise the existing default route to other routers inside your routing domain. So that's what the concept of static default routes. So the prerequisite, again, as I said, you need to know the default routing concepts already. Now let's take an example. Let's see how it works. Like I got a head office here, and these are the branch offices, and assume these are already running my routing domain, maybe any routing, maybe running OSPF or EIGRP or any other routing protocols. Commonly we use this. Already they are exchanging the routes. They are connected to each other and they are exchanging the routes. Routing is working fine, just like the normal routing what we did up to now. Now what I want is, I want these branch offices should be able to access internet. That's what I want, like Yahoo, Google, everything on the internet. Now to provide the internet connection, you need to contact the service provider, the local service provider or ISP, because the ISPs, they connect to the internet. They are like providing the backbone connection to the internet. They provide you your network to get connected to the internet. So we'll be connecting, let's say I'm connecting to my head office, and simply connecting the head office is not sufficient. What we'll do is we'll also configure some default route saying that if any traffic hits the head office, mostly from the LAN here in my example right now. So if any user in my LAN says, if a traffic from the LAN hits the router, and he says, I want to go to Yahoo, maybe some IP here, I don't know where it is. I'm saying simply all the unknown traffic should be sent to the service provider. And from there, the service provider will take care to how to route the packet to the internet through BGP, some other protocols, probably. So our main job is to ensure that your packet reaches the ISP. Now, this is something what you already know, what we already seen in the static routing options. That is something allows the head office, any traffic hitting the head office should go to internet. Now my scenario is something more better than that one. Like in this example, I want to make sure that my branch offices also should be able to access internet. So I want the access or connecting to internet should also be allowed to my branch offices, maybe all, maybe limited, depends. So that is my requirement. So I want all the traffic, all the branch offices also should be connected to internet. So now we can start thinking about the options, what possible options we can use. Now the first option you can think about, like simply go with a separate ISP connection for each and every branch. Like I can simply say, okay, contact the local service provider, contact the local service provider and connect to the internet. So let's say this is my internet. So on every site, I can contact I can contact my local service provider in every branch office, and I can say simply go and connect to the internet through that service provider. But again, the problem with this one is because if you go with separate service provider, then basically that may increase the cost. But at the same time, security wise, that is not good, because if you're implementing some kind of security policies, or if you're installing some kind of firewalls or any kind of security devices in your network, then basically you need to do it on each and every branch office, which is again not scalable. Maybe you want to implement some kind of policies on traffic going towards the internet or coming from the internet, like doing some kind of web filtering or firewall, anything that's not scalable. So most of the time you don't really go with this option unless you're running a very small network with a small branch offices. So the other possible option we can think about is we can simply configure the default route on every router. Like I can say configure the default route pointing towards head office. Means I'll say okay, every because I'm not using separate ISP connection, and I'll tell that all the default routes I'll configure pointing towards the head office. But again, the problem with this one is there is a possibility of loops if you have multiple connections. Like take an example, I got multiple internet links like this. Then this default route will go here. Again, there's a default route here. Again, there's a default route here. If there is a default route everywhere, then the problem is your packet may loop sometimes. So again, also the manual configuration will increase. If you have hundreds of branch offices, will you go to every router and configure that? That is not scalable. So we want some kind of simplest solution where every branch office should get the default route automatically. So what I can do is we'll be using the third option, advertising the default route into your IGP protocol. IGP means your OSPF, EIGRP, RIP, any protocol we can advertise automatically. So what I can do is I can simply go and configure some configuration. Like there is a command called default information originate we use in OSPF, where we are going to tell that okay, when I say default information originate command, it's going to advertise this default route, which is by default S asterisk. It will be advertised as O asterisk or depending upon the protocol. Like here I'm using OSPF protocol, so it will be advertised to every router as a default route, which means now every branch office have a default route coming from the head office. So which means now this user wants to go to Yahoo, that's my destination. It simply says, it simply sends the packet to the router, and the router says, I have a default route point coming from head office, so I'll simply send the packet to the head office. And that head office have a static default route configured, which will take you to the destination.